Hi, beautiful. So, whatever you believe, yes, you believe that, but is that really true just because you believe it? So, yeah, it's true for you, but it's not the truth, okay? Everybody creates their own reality by their beliefs, and most people don't understand how their belief systems come about, how their belief systems work, and how reality works. Okay? What if reality was not what we've been told it was? You see, we are in a period of time right now where we are shifting to what I call New Earth, or some people call the fifth dimension. And this is a raising in consciousness individually and collectively into higher frequencies of consciousness. We have been living in old Earth, okay? We have been living in lower frequencies, and we have been held stuck and trapped in these lower frequencies by certain beings that don't want us to raise up and out of the third dimension or old Earth. So we have been fed all these lies and fed all these beliefs and told all this history that is not true, okay? It's not fact. It's just one truth out of infinite truths. It's a limiting truth. They want us to stay limited and small and controllable and controlled and so they can stay on top in their empires. They don't want people to be free and sovereign and happy because they feed off of our low vibrational energies. Everything is energy, and energy is everything. And if you're new to all this, I highly invite you to get my new book called Path to New Earth, A Practical Guide to Ascension, available on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle. And I can also send you a link to my website where it will also shortly be available there as well. Anyways, we've been taught all these beliefs, and we've been conditioned and programmed to believe specific things, and then within that, as a collective, it varies between countries and regions, and then it varies again between religions, and then it varies again between families and communities, and so on and so forth. And so all these things are just conditioning and programming. We are like computers. The human is a literal, most high-tech biological technology there is, pretty much. But we have been lied to about that. And so New Earth is about coming back into that, learning about our technology, our power, and how everything is mind over matter, and the keys of the wisdom and the keys of how that all works and how we operate that, and moving into New Earth, into this place where we operate from a place of love and energy. And let's see. And so we haven't been taught typically. Some of us now know how our belief systems work, but for the most part, the majority of humanity out there still doesn't know how their belief system works. So they're very easily conditioned and programmed to think a certain way, to be swayed, to follow untruths, or to follow specific ideas and accept them as truths without questioning them. So, take religion for just one example. Everybody thinks that their religion is the only truth, and everybody else's is false or wrong. And just stop and think about that for a minute. Just think about that for a minute. If everybody thinks that their religion is truth, then there's obviously no truth there, okay? When you learn who you really are, and you learn that you're not separate from anybody, and that we're all one, and religion is just one of those other little things to keep us separated, just like politics is, just like countries and borders and governments are. They're all designed to keep you in separation mindset. It's all part of the system. And if you want to make your way out of it, you can. And that's when you are able to raise out and start to question the status quo. Question what you're being taught. Question your own belief system. If you really start to question your belief system, you will find that probably 90% of the beliefs that you hold are not even your beliefs. They are distorted beliefs from other people, from other entities, religions, schools, you name it, social media. They are distorted beliefs that you adopted because you did not question it. You did not have a stronger belief at the time you adopted that to overpower it. And you did not understand how your belief system works and how it's controlled by your subconscious programming. Now, if you want to learn more about how your subconscious works and how your reality works and how your belief system works, please like and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel because I go over all this stuff. This is all part of moving into New Earth. And I go over this stuff in detail in my new book, Path to New Earth, which is now available on Amazon.com beginning Black Friday, November 28th, 2025. Going back to your beliefs, you'll find that most of the beliefs you have are not even your beliefs. You've just adopted other people's beliefs without questioning them. A lot of your beliefs come from when you were a kid. You were 3 years old, 5 years old, 10 years old. And you've just held on to these beliefs, not knowing them, and you've just adopted your parents' beliefs, basically, or somebody told you in school that you were ugly, and you bought into that, and now you have just believe that you're ugly or you're not good enough or whatever, so these bullies from school, or somebody made a rude comment and you bought it. You didn't question it, you just bought it, and you've held on to it the whole time. And so now that is way deep in your subconscious, and it happened so long ago that you didn't even know what happened, but you're still running on that program and don't even know it. And same with religion. Most of us are brought up in whatever religion and belief systems that our parents or whoever raised us had. And we just bought into it. We didn't question it. That's what we were told to believe, and we trusted them that that's the truth. That's the ultimate truth. I guarantee you it's probably not the truth. It's just their truth that you adopted as your truth. You know? Most of the scriptures, the ancient texts, all have truth to it. I'm not saying every one does, but most of them do have truth within them. But it is the third dimensional human perspective, distorted human perspective, that perceives them falsely, perceives them in a distorted way, which unfortunately, most of Christianity is like, and most religion altogether perceives their religion incorrectly. And that may be triggering to some of you, but I invite you to learn more about how all this works, and then you'll be able to see, once you're able to step out of it, it's easier to see. Like, let me explain it to you this way. If you're in the mountains walking around in kind of a foresty area, and you've got this path to go through, and you're trying to cut your way through the woods, and you kind of can see like 10 feet in front of you, and there's a river somewhere, and there's logs, and there's rocks, and there's trees, and you're kind of trying to find your way through this maze, basically. Versus once you make your way out and you've climbed the top of the mountain and you're sitting on the top of the mountain looking down, you can see the whole maze. And you're like, oh my gosh, I could have went there. It would have been so much faster. I could have just did this. Or, you can basically see everything from a bird's eye view. That's what I mean with religion and perception. So I think I'll end this video here. If you felt you got any value out of this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.